maimbita rin si Makagago at huwag mo munang ituloy yung plano mo na mag-demand.
Well, the thing about this thing is that the funny thing is he's trying to pin the blame on a guy who calls himself Makagago. Sino bang gago yun? Alam mo yun? So, wala siyang panalo. Sa tingin ko pa lang, wala siyang panalo dun. Hello, good day. Today we have the same issue that we've been discussing over the past few days. And today we're gonna talk about this continuation or saga regarding the case of Buknoy Glamour. So this is kind of interesting to me because today, or probably since yesterday, there is this rising or creeping issue between Buknoy and this vlogger named Makagago. Alright, so I actually, to be honest with you, I personally don't know who these vloggers are. Alright, here's what we have now on Twitter. It's not trending yet, but it's actually making a lot of noise on a lot of social media like Twitter, Facebook, including TikTok. And I think that this is something that I should react to, especially now that there are a lot of issues that are saying, well, these social media influencers should not, do what they did to Buknoy or against Buknoy. They should have PM'd him. Ipa-private message na lang daw yung kanilang mga suggestions or reactions to Buknoy. Well, my opinion regarding that particular statement or matter is that's part of the problem, all right? You cannot correct a wrong by simply concealing the matter, by concealing the problem. So what you're trying to do or suggest is you're trying to whitewash or conceal the matter by simply sweeping this matter under the social media rag, and that's not possible. They can never control the public, and I'm part of the public. So a lot of people were hurt and offended by Buknoy's attitude, especially that he did not just humiliate this person, okay, this tricycle driver. What he did is that he used and exploited his platform, whatever that is. He used his so-called fame, and his fame only exists in his little mind, in order to humiliate this tricycle driver who did not consent to being videotaped or recorded. So what Buknoy did is that he abused his platform by humiliating this tricycle driver who's simply there to make a living. And between Buknoy, who's saying, well, kung gusto nyong magkaroon ng magandang buhay, kung gusto nyong masenso, magsipag, ganito, ganyan, and then he pointed the camera, his cell phone camera, to the tricycle driver and said, kagaya nito, kuya, sikat ka na. So between the two, the one who's actually hardworking, okay, amidst this pandemic, is not the guy ranting in front of his camera, but it's the tricycle driver doing a living that particular day. All right. So today there is this video on Makagago's account. He's a YouTuber. He's got huge following. He's got a huge platform, bigger than Buknoy's. All right. And I'm gonna react to it. But before that, let me just tell you something about the background again. So that's the reason why I find this issue very interesting, because Buknoy was seen abusing his platform, and he's like a psychopath, a narcissistic psychopath, laughing at the tricycle driver and humiliating him and said, "Kuya, sikat ka na." It's as if this Buknoy guy or gay or whatever his gender or pronoun is has fame. I don't think any company, any business owner is going to hire him to promote their brand. I don't think that's possible. It's only possible because he's got a lot of minor followers followers who are minor and underage who don't know what's going on and who are trying to justify what he did. So of course there is always a market for stupidity. I'm a very small YouTuber. I'm just starting, and I'm enjoying YouTube. I'm not here to gain followers. All right, I'm not here to make content in order to make myself big. I'm here to do whatever I want, to express my minds. And the best way to enjoy whatever it is that you're doing is to do whatever you want without trampling on other people's rights. Right? That's my philosophy. I don't care if I'm not attracting a huge following. Probably it's just a small coterie of politically independent, politically active people in the Philippines and some other countries who might find my content interesting. But anyways, I watched, and reacted to Buknoy's apologies. So here's what I said on social media. By the way, I don't have the screenshot here, but what Buknoy did in his apology is that he started apologizing in a very exaggerated way. All right, insincere and exaggerated way, saying, it's my fault, paumanhin po, etc. And then he started calling himself names like Bobo ako, na nabad trip kayo, wala akong ganyan, ganyan. And then after that, the number three, or the stage three, is that he started defending himself. All right, by saying wala akong intention, or hindi ko naman ginawa, hindi ko intention manakit ng tao, etc. And then the last one is that he ended up blaming others. All right, blaming his critics. All right, it's as if he's a politician. He's not a politician. He's neither a politician nor a celebrity. But then he had the gall to claim and say that, hey, I'm being attacked because of these haters, and they're trying to smear me, etc., etc. So, typical narcissistic psychopath attitude, gaslighting. All right, these people, and I don't want to diagnose them as that, because that would be, a very unethical thing to do. Even psychologists and psychiatrists are not allowed, okay, by their mandate, to do diagnosis without personally talking and diagnosing the person. But in my own opinion, he is exhibiting psychopathic and narcissistic behavior in traits without remorse. And okay, he's just apologizing because he got caught, and that's the only reason why he's doing his apology. And it's a good thing that we're talking about this matter, because we have these so-called influencers, thinking that they're very famous and popular, and most of them, just like this Buknoy guy, are abusing their platforms. Okay, abusing their platform for what? Okay, for them to show the people, show the public that they're very popular, that they're very, very powerful, when they're not. So, okay, so enter the case of Makagago. I don't know who this guy is, but I've seen his videos in the past. So, based on what I've seen online, the comments from people online, he's got his own style. Okay, and everything is a style. What I'm doing is my own style. I'm not showing my face. I'm just talking, ranting. This is my own style, and the style of Makagago is, what he does. Okay, whatever he does is so brash and rude, and he's not mincing words whenever he speaks. All right, that is his style. And in the case of Buknoy, his style is mahilig siyang mag-flex. Okay, mahilig siyang mag-flex, mahilig siyang magmayabang, manlight ng ibang tao. So just like comedians have their own style. Okay, Vice Ganda is known for belittling and insulting others, and including, self insults. He's also insulting herself or himself. That's part of his comedy itinerary, okay, or his comedic style. And in this case, Makagago somehow crossed the line by belittling and insulting, okay, insulting Buknoy. So it reminds me of the term
We have the term equal opportunity offender. Okay, the term equal opportunity offender is that if you're claiming to be someone who is an equal opportunity offender, I'm gonna tell whatever I have in mind. Because you're trying to insult me, then we're gonna insult each other. Right? That's what equal opportunity offender means, without being politically correct. And if you're gonna do this to me, I'm gonna do the same thing to you as well. And that's what Makagago is doing. So here is the case or the video that got Makagago into trouble. Quote unquote trouble, because we now know today that Buknoy probably was advised by his people around him, or an ambulance chasing lawyer, okay, to file a case against Makagago, and that's part of the strategy. Okay, so let's look at what Makagago did, by the way.
Buknoy, ganito yan eh, bro. Yung tricycle driver, may hanap buhay. Well, at least, nahanap niya ang kanyang buhay. Kaya nga hanap buhay, naghahanap ng something para sa kanyang buhay. Ikaw, ha? Kahit habang buhay mo pang hanapin ang puke sa katawan mo, you will never ever find it. Kasi bakla ka.
So this sounds below the belt, okay? Because Makagago, what Makagago is doing here is that he's already including the gender or the sexuality of Buknoy, but that's his style, okay? Because he knows that I need to insult this guy to teach him a lesson. That's what he's trying to do here, and that's just my assumption. And because of that, let's watch this confrontation between Makagago and Buknoy, because we all know today that Buknoy is gonna file a case against Makagago. And my opinion regarding this matter is that probably it's Buknoy's decision to file a case against Makagago, all right? Or he was advised by someone else around him. Or this is part of their strategy to get out of this mess. And what he's trying to do now is playing the victim card. He's trying to play the victim to get sympathy of the people. And playing the victim card is what psychopaths and narcissists do. Okay, and that's gonna be their last resort. They don't want to appear, pitiful, poor, at nakakaawa. They don't want to show themselves to be that, unless it's necessary, unless they can weaponize that to fight back and to get out of the mess that they themselves caused. All right, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's part of the exit strategy. Let me just enunciate that. Exit strategy by Buknoy's camp, in order to get out of this mess, in order to paint himself as the victim. All right, because the politics of victimhood is very powerful. If you can exploit that, despite being the perpetrator, despite being the offender in the first place, if you can exploit that to your own favor, you're gonna get out of the mess and emerge victorious. And you can declare yourself as the victim and the victor and the perpetrator all at the same time. All right, so this is a very long video, and I'm gonna be reacting to it. Okay, I'm just gonna be choosing a few clips. This is gonna be the first time that I'm watching this confrontation. I don't know if this is a confrontation, but anyways, this is like organized by some people behind the curtain to make a reconciliation between the two camps. Okay, but looks like let's look at the facts first. Okay, the guy or the one who uploaded this is Makagago. Okay, Makagago was that man. I don't know what his real name is, but he's the one monetizing this. Okay, is it monetized? I don't see any yellow marks at the bottom. Probably it's already demonetized by YouTube, but he's gaining a lot of views. So let's go back to see when it was posted. So the video was posted 15 hours ago, and it's getting a lot of attention. So the 97% there is gonna give you the dislike and like ratio, right? Like to dislike ratio. So 97% is pretty big. Well, the thing is probably his there is basically an ad. So this is monetized by Makagago and is earning a lot of money out of this. So the the fact that he was being threatened to be dragged into the court is just it's just something that you are willing to pay for, especially if you're earning a lot of money and subscribers and a lot of sympathy here. So I would like to tell you that I'm not siding with anyone here. All right, I'm here with an open mind. Um, this Buknoy has his own fault, all right, but Makagago as well has his own fault. But if we're going to weigh the who's really the bigger evil here, it's definitely Buknoy because he started all this mess and he has this history. So we don't just look at this as some kind of an isolated case on the part of Buknoy. He's been doing all this for the past years. This has been his style, if we're gonna put it that way. Style na niya to eh. He's been doing this for some time. So he has this history of being a repeat offender, of abusing his platform. All right, and according to some people who personally know Buknoy, he's abusing his platform in a lot of ways to attract people's attention, like lying about his mother being dead, and he even claimed, according to someone on social media, that his former teacher, he claimed that his former teacher is his mother, and that person died. So he also claimed that in one of his videos that the house being constructed is his, and that's actually a lie, and he's doing that for views and for subscribers, and I don't do that. To me, I think is very unethical, and that's abusing your platform. You're not just abusing the trust of your subscribers in you, but also the YouTube as a platform, and that's against YouTube's platform to gain a lot of views. So you're manipulating YouTube's algorithm and platform in order to gain a lot of subscribers and views and thus money. So let's look at this video, shall we?
An article star image MG. We want to mediate on the issue, and yung gusto ka namin warningan kasi you're not aware na kinonta kami nitong site ni actually kasama niya yung illegal guardian niya dyan, si Buknoy. Gusto kong kasuhan. So because of the negative remarks that you have made on your vlog pertaining to Buknoy because of the issue, ngayon pumunta siya sa amin kasi nga gusto niyang mag-file ng case. And sabi ko, teka muna, pwede naman natin pag-usapan. That's why kahit nasa San Pablo ka, sabi namin kailangan pumunta, NG.
Layo ba na?
We want to fix this once and for all para siguro marinig ko rin yung sa hindi Buknoy. And ayaw naman namin as much as possible, siyempre artist na namin, we want to protect it.
So basically, Makagago has his own manager. I don't know that. Okay, this is a big industry, right?
Kung meron ka naman point dun sa vlog niya, pero kasi si Buknoy is a minor.
Oo.
Oo,
Ilan taon na to siya?
15 years old. So, medyo alarming lang dahil actually biktima rin siya ng cyberbullying.
Really? Victim ng cyberbullying? I don't think so. Let's fast forward.
Dahil small YouTuber ako,
Mali talaga yung ginawa ko. Actually kasi, hindi na yan tungkol sa pagiging hindi mo lalaki o hindi ka babae o kung ano-ano. Ang sa akin, siguro, doon ka na-offend sa sinabi ko na yun na hinahanap mo yung ikaw naghahanap, buwi ka sa katawan mo pero wala ka naman talaga, no? Alam mo, kasi alam mo yun, na-offend kasi yung tunay na naghahanap buhay, yung tricycle driver na-offend mo. Tapos ang malala pa nito, syempre, yung tricycle driver na yun, hindi niya alam na gano'n, na probably hanggang ngayon hindi niya alam na trending siya. Kasi, buti na lang to, kasi
Kasi kuya, wala naman ako nila.
yung dami doon sa tricycle driver, nilalait mo din siya. So, ibinalit ko lang
Kasi
yun.
kuya, wala naman ako nila sa video. Talaga na misinterpret na kami sa...
So, here, he's still lying. He's still lying na wala daw siyang nilalait sa video. When we all know that that's what he did. So, this guy lacks remorse at all. He's not sorry to say so. You know, he's not sorry for what he did. And he's just sorry because he had to say sorry for what he did. Alright? You get what I mean? So, he doesn't have any remorse at all. He doesn't even know. How can you apologize if you know that na wala ka nang nilalait sa isang video? So, are you just, playing dumb? Are you just acting up that day when you made your apology? Your insincere apology? So, he's still lying up to these days that he didn't do anything. When the video itself, if you're gonna look at the video again, he did humiliate that guy. What he did is that he abused his platform for views and to humiliate someone who's just making his way to make a living, right? A tricycle driver.
Sa mga nasabi ko. Tsaka dun sa about sa Facebook na pinost nyo, yung iba doon is fake. And actually, kaya talagang gusto namin kayo sa sampahan ng kaso. Kasi nga, parang ilang araw na ako katulog pagkatapos ng video na yun. May body shaming, may mga...
Well, that simply means that that's the consequences of what you did. So for everything that you're gonna do, there's gonna be a reaction, right? There's gonna be a reaction.
Alam mo yung kuya, ang sakit talaga isipin na gano'n. And also, dami ding bakla out there na umiidolo sa akin na sabihin nila,
May idolo.
Ganyan. Siyempre, ang pangit natin isipin, di ba, na parang wala naman akong ginawang mali at the same time, pero ganun yung mga pinagsasabi.
So he's still claiming that wala siyang ginawang mali. He's still... this guy is a joke, and I'm gonna say now that he's fucking deserve whatever is coming to him. Alright, because he doesn't have any remorse. Wala daw siyang ginawang mali. So why the hell did you apologize in the first place kung wala kang ginawang mali? Right? Again, you use your platform to humiliate someone without his knowledge na binidyoan mo siya and then you posted a video on social media. And because of that, the people who have brains, okay, like me and you probably if you're watching this, anyone who has half a brain is gonna be offended by what he did, is gonna say this is wrong, you're not supposed to do that, you're trying to humiliate someone who's trying to make a living, okay, on your social media platform, and you have like hundreds of thousands of followers, okay, that's the fiduciary, you have a contract with YouTube, Okay, and YouTube says you cannot use your platform to humiliate and bully someone. What he did is actually a clear case of bullying. He bullied that guy, right? The tricycle driver. He used his platform and said, "Kuya, sikat ka na." Nakatawa pa siya.
Ang problema kasi dito, kung ganito, no? Naiintindihan
And that's what Makagago missed. He missed that. Makagago would have said, if you're saying now that you didn't do anything at all, and that's what we've heard here, if that's what you're saying now, then why the heck did you say sorry? Are you saying now that the video that a lot of people, probably millions of Filipino people, watch a few days ago is fake? Are you saying now that you did not use your platform to humiliate someone, put that guy, in the spotlight, and then tell him, pag ayaw maging, kung gusto niyo maging umasensiyo, wag gayahin to. Okay? The thing is, we are not 15-year-old people here. Okay? We are mature enough to know what's wrong and right. And this kid
doon sa body shaming,
is not willing to admit his
part
mistakes.
yun ng asaran doon.
And he got baited. Makagago got baited. All right, this guy, Buknoy is really, a narcissistic psychopath. His gaslighting work, that hindi ako nakatulog, yung body shaming, and he started with that. He knows what he's doing. Okay, and Makagago got baited. All right, Makagago got baited, and he responded to the body shaming part. He should not have been baited. Right? He should ignore that, or he probably say, yung sinabi ko kanina. So you are now playing the victim card now. All right, the body shaming and all that. That's all your fault. Dapat ibalik niya yung tirada sa kanya. So when you're trying to answer someone who's lying in your face, who's portraying himself to be the victim, the best strategy is to bring that strategy back to that person. Okay, yung boomerang effect. All right. So if that person is trying to play the victim card, ibalik mo yun sa kanya. And that's what Makagago missed.
Entertainment, tulad nga ng sabi mo, may mga kagabuhan ka mga tricycle driver sa isang vlog mo, may kakupalan, may mga ginagago-gago ka rin na tricycle driver kasi marami kang friends na tricycle driver, di ba? Sabi mo. Now, ganun din ang ginawa ko sa iyo. Gusto ko lang ipamukha sa iyo at ipakita sa mga nakikinig sa iyo, mga fans mo, na maling-mali ka sa ginawa mo na
Although,
pag-offend.
what he's saying now is actually a good strategy.
Alam mo kasi, bro, ganito pa napansin ko sa iyo, no? Kasi total, nandito na rin lang naman ako sa Star TV. Ngayon, ganito yan, ikaw kasi, wala ka ng yung humility, wala ka ng humility. Tapos, ano tawag dito? Wala kang kahambol-hambolness sa katawan. Ayun ang pinakamalaking problema dito. Kasi alam mo yun, ang pagiging fame kasi, parang yung airplane. Diba? Paano ba nagte-take off ang airplane? Dahan-dahan, diba? Tapos sasabog, saka bibilis, tapos saka libukan. Ganun ka din dapat, man. Ganun dapat yung karir mo. Kaso lang, anong ginagawa mo para sa'yo? In fact, kaya ako nabubisit kasi sinabi mo ba sa tricycle driver na, ayan, sikat ka na. What? May, ilan lang ang subscribers mo? Sige, sabihin natin, mali ako. Siguro dun sa post, fake yun kasi hindi 400,000 yung
All right, so he made a great point by saying sikat ka na. That's what I've been saying, all along. That this Buknoy guy is a gaslighter, right? He doesn't even recognize his own fault. Na yung pagsabi niya, kuya, sikat ka na. That's like ignominy. Okay, ignominy in legal term is like making the whatever humiliation worse, okay, making it worse, to make it look worse, to make the suffering more intense, for the person you're trying to inflict pain, okay. So that's ignominy. The aggravating circumstance of that particular incident by saying, "Kuya, sikat ka na." Although that's coming from a kid, a gaslighting, psychopathic, narcissistic kid who is very immature, and up to now, he doesn't even have any remorse at all. He's still thinking that he's not at fault, and it's the people, or it's his critics, the people who are reacting to his attitude, who are at fault. He blamed them in his apology video, non-apology video.
Tax mo, pero 200,000 lang, di ba? Sabihin natin na sige, 200,000 now. Bakit mo nilalagay yung sarili mo
And he started to cry. That's part of the drama. That's part of the plan.
na kung ba sa sobrang sikat ka na, di ba? Dapat kasi lagi ka pa rin humble.
What Filipino social media influencers, some stupid people, are trying to tell us that dapat private message mo na lang. What the fuck, you cannot teach, you can never teach a psychopath any lesson at all. You cannot do that. All you can do is ipamukha mo sa kanya, and I think what Makagago did is just proper. I'm approving of it. Regarding the case file that's gonna be filed, plano pa lang. So the case is still a plan. The legal case against him is still a plan. It may not be, it may not be filed. It may be filed. I don't care. But it's not going to succeed, because in order for you to, it's gonna be probably unjust vexation or defamation, written defamation or libel. But for you to prove that libel, has a case or is deserving of judicial attention, there must be malice. There must be malice, and it's very hard to prove malice. And I don't think this Buknoy guy has the money to do it. Let's continue.
Kasi naintindihan ko naman yun naintindihan ko yun na syempre, bata lang dito. Hindi ko yata yan sabi sa video ko, pero yun talagang nasa isip.
Hindi ka tulad na hindi ka aware na 50.
Hindi ko alam. Actually, mag-15 pa lang. Okay. Kasi tulad ng sinasabi ko kay Marlo, na si Marlo ay bata pa, marami pa siyang chances sa buhay. Palagi ko sinasabi sa video yun. Now, ngayon, nalalaman ko na bata lang pala to, then, alam mo yun,
Actually, si Marley hindi na bata. Batang isip.
Oo, para kasi sa akin, bata lang si Marlo. Kaya nga sabi ko sa mga video ko against him, na meron siyang chances pa, marami pang chances in life. Ayun, hindi ko nasabi sa kanya kasi yung itsura niya, parang siyang hindi bata kasi the way he was talking sa camera, sobra siyang confident na ganito, na ganyan. At kasi kung hindi ako willing kang mag-educate ng tao, pwede mo siyang i-private message.
Yun.
Iba kaya mo na through social media kasi alam mo yung feeling.
So it goes both ways, dude. It goes both ways. Right, so you can humiliate any people you want, and you've done that multiple times. I've seen some of the clips on Twitter, because I've never gone to his channel. I'm referring to Buknoy, and watch any of his videos. I've never done that. So all the videos that I've seen are actually some clips on Twitter and on TikTok. So he's been known to humiliate a lot of people by using his social media platform to do that. And now he doesn't want to be humiliated. He would like to be, gusto niya na mag-private message na lang, mag-PM na lang. So, it goes both ways. Alam mo naman pala na mali, di ba? You yourself know that it's gonna be painful, you know, to be attacked, to be exposed. But the thing is, you're exactly doing what you hate and what you claim to detest. Private message, you bitch.
na marami mag-message sa'yo, tingnan mo yung message si Makagago, tama siya, kailangan tumatay ka na. Parang wala ko man sinabi na mamatay na ako.
Exactly, wala.
Pero maraming tao na gusto maging pa ako, namamatay na lang ako kasi the more na nakikita nila na hate mo ko, the more na binibigyan ko sila ng chance na i-drag down nila ako.
Ganito kasi yan eh. Ganito yan. Hindi naman kita gustong mamatay. Gusto pala kitang mamatay. But you know, it's not gonna happen, right? Kasi hindi ko kayang gawin yun sa'yo. Okay? At hindi yun ang essence ng video ko. Ang essence ng video ko is for you to understand what life is. Kasi sa totoo lang, minaliit mo yung trabaho ng tricycle driver. Ayun lang yun. Tapos yung pagyayabang mo, yung pag-prank mo dun sa yung nagpapagawa, sabi mo, sinilipit mo pa yung isang video mo kung saan nakalagay para nagpapagawa ka ng bahay mo, but then afterward,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm glad that he's bringing all these things up and not giving Buknoy the opportunity to play the victim card. Right, that's all he's been doing ever since he opened his filthy mouth, basically.
nagtatakbo ka, sinabi mo, hindi, it's a prank, something like that. Tapos, di ba, may binigay sa'yo yung pinaka-carpentero doon na, yung architect na pinaka-design, na plan. Sinasabi mo, ito, bahay ko, second floor, may swimming pool, blah, blah, napanood ko yun. At for me, that is totally wrong. Kasi, pucha, alam mo yun, hindi naman aware yung architect na naman tatatakbo ka na parang kang abnoy, gano'n, takbo-takbo ka, tapos nagsisigaw ka pa doon sa video mo. Like, alam mo yun, naintindihan ko, yung ulit ko, ngayon lang, na bata ka pa. You will learn a lot from this mistake, okay? Pwedeng maging sikat ka talaga. Pero as of now, hindi ka pa sikat. Okay, maybe later on magiging sikat ka, but not now. At kailangan mong kumain ng 1,000,000 kilo ng humble pie for you to be humble. That's what you need. Tapos isa pa, alam mo, ito sabi sa akin to ng ex-Chinese manager ko sa England, nagtrabaho kasi ako sa isang restaurant as a waiter. Kaso lang, natatakot ako kasi baka now, you need to crawl first to be able to walk.
So I got a Shopee delivery guy, so that was a minor interruption. So let's continue.
Ang gusto ko, ganito yung trabaho. Kaso lang, ang problema, sabi niya sa akin, oy, chill ka lang. Kasi you need to crawl first to be able to walk. Then you need to walk first to be able to run. That's how life is, right? Ayun actually, yung gusto kong sabihin sa'yo. Kasi, sige, 14 ka pa lang. You have all the time. At ang dami pang pwede mangyari sa buhay mo na magaganda. Now, kung gusto mo ang kasuhan, tulad ng napag-usapan, tulad ng sinabi mo sa management ko, that's why I'm here. Actually, sa totoo lang, nagulat ako. Kasi, kahapon, nung minessage mo, akala ko papupunta mo lang ako dito para makipag-usap sa kanya, yung pala kaya siya iba talagang pakay sa actually. Nagulat din ako kasi sobrang shock ako.
Pero actually, nagulat, that's why we invited Buknoy and we're thankful na pinagbigyan niya kasi sabi niya talagang willing na sila magsapa kasi yung family niya rin, yung mga kumupog sa kanya, talagang nasaktan. Specifically
Tsaka po, hindi niya rin kasi alam kung ano yung nangyayari sa bahay. In fact, may nagkataong magsulog ng bahay. And kagabi, bago ko matulog,
So another playing the victim card, and let's see how Makagago is going to answer that. Okay.
sinasabi sa akin na, uy, may tao sa labas, inabot to. And then yung mga letter na yun, puro death threats. Tapos nagugulat ako, ba't kaya nila ako ginaganito. And then suddenly naiisip ko, dahil dito siguro kay Makagago, dahil isa siya sa mga
All right, so the strategy here is that, or the camp of Buknoy is that they're attributing, Buknoy is attributing all the hate mails or all of the hate campaign against him. So, kung sikat man siya talaga, hindi naman siya sikat eh. Okay? So, to Makagago, he's attributing all this to Makagago. He's trying to, well, that's one thing, okay? In order to get out of a shameful experience, especially if you're a psychopath or a narcissist, you need to personify, okay? You need to personify your enemy. You cannot just go out there and blame everyone. That's a bad strategy, guys. That's a bad strategy. You need to humanize or symbolize your enemy. And if you've watched, 1984 by George Orwell, or read the book, all right, that's what the dictatorial socialist regime did. All right, they had to personalize an enemy. There is this particular man who is the enemy of the people, and they have this 2 minutes of hate every time they wanted to express that hate. So, Buknoy's enemy is the public. All right, his critics, his haters. I'm not a hater. I would like to simply point out that what you did is wrong, dude. And you need to own up to it. And up to now, what I'm so mad about is that he's still playing the victim card. He's playing the innocent card. I didn't do anything. So, to those people saying na dapat PNM nyo na lang yan, you should have PM'd him, he doesn't even admit to his own mistakes. That's a problem. And that's what you missed, you people. That's what you missed. All right. How can you PM someone who thinks that he didn't do anything wrong, but then he apologized, for something that he did that he's not admitting up to now that what he did is actually wrong. So how can you try to PM that type of person, right? They understand me. And now he's trying to personalize, or humanize his enemy. And by doing that, he's trying to attribute all the hate he's getting, all the hate that's coming up to him, to one guy who is Makagago. And that's a very clever strategy, right? To point out to one guy as, this is the symbol of hate. And that's the reason why I'm getting all this hate right now, is because of Makagago. And it's all his fault, all right? And by personifying him as the source of hate, all right, you can claim that you're the victim. I'm the victim. I'm the victim, and there's this one guy who's the enemy of everyone. And you're hating me. You're sending me hate messages. You're trying to attack me. You're saying bad things about me. You're commenting about me on any social media, on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, because of one guy, and his name is Makagago. And that's what he's trying to do here. And let's see how Makagago is going to respond. It's going to be very interesting. I don't know, but I've never watched this video yet, but I would like to know how exactly he did respond to that accusation, gaslighting accusation by Buknoy. This Buknoy guy is so clever, clever in a bad way. I don't know where he got all this stuff, right? To be that, nakakatakot siya. Especially if he's actually a psychopath, and probably he's a narcissist. I'm 90% sure that he's a narcissist. 90 to 100% sure that he's a narcissist. But psychopath, probably 60 to 80%. Pero he's really dangerous, okay? And that's what so unfortunate about him.
sabi sa mga tao na yun nga na parang isa ka sa mga nag-i-influence na parang influence sa mga tao na ini-influence mo sila na mas lalo akong i-down.
Hindi, excuse lang, Buknoy, hindi dahil ako manager ni Makagago. Don't you think ba na wala kang kasalanan sa
Yeah,
nangyari?
that's
Kasi
the right thing.
kung lumalabas, sabi mo kanina wala kang kasalanan. Tapos sinabi mo pa na dahil kay Makagago kasi in the first place, hindi naman magre-react si Makagago. Hindi lang naman si Makagago, ang daming mga
Actually, ang daming YouTubers na nag-react. But tulad na
Yeah, iyak siya ulit.
lagi ako lang lagi yung nadedehado. No, kasi isa pa.
The point is, and the manager is damn right in saying that it's not just Makagago, but that's part of his strategy. Whether he actually thought about that, he's so clever if he actually thought about that, because I understand how a psychopath thinks, not because I'm a psychopath. I just love to read people's behavior. I know when I'm dealing with someone I should not be dealing with. I just don't know, but I think I can read people's behavior and traits, their nuances. But if he actually did that intentionally, I'm referring to Buknoy, and he's so clever. And I like this drama now. I'm liking this.
Problema Bakit ka ba nababash? Nababash ka ba dahil sa akin? Hindi. Nababash ka
And I would like to add that Makagago is actually a good target, okay, because of what he does. Although I must say I've never watched I've never gone to his channel. I probably watched his confrontation with this woman on I think Tulfo's channel, because I sometimes watch Rafi, or I'm not sure if it's Rafi Tulfo, but it's Tulfo in action, in which he had this confrontation with this lady, and that's the only thing that I watch about him.
ba dahil nag-video ko, hindi. In fact, may mga video ka, even before, David, siguro hindi mo alam to, nanonood ako ng konti ng vlogs niya, kung saan, parang yung mga haters niya. May video ako dito na screen recorded ko na video, kung saan, pinapalagay niya at kung ano-ano masasamang salita ang sinasabi niya sa mga haters niya.
Kaya sabi ko, itatry natin na imbitary si Makagago at huwag mo munang ituloy yung plano mo na mag-demand.
Well, the thing about this, thing is that the funny thing is, he's trying to pin the blame on a guy who calls himself Makagago. Sino bang gago yun? Alam mo yun? So, wala siyang panalo. Sa tingin ko pa lang, wala siyang panalo doon.
Kasi nga, baka nagkaroon lang ng, syempre, nagbigay lang ng opinion. Nagkaroon lang ng misunderstanding na syempre, hindi niya naman alam na minor ka. Marami nakakaalam ng mga tao. Marami hindi nakakaalam na sa mga tao na minor ka. At ano ba ang side mo? So, siguro ito, bibigyan ka lang ng...
Tama. Ang sa akin lang kasi, man, alam mo, ngayon, kasi David, probably hindi mo rin ito napapanood yung videos nito eh.
Yes.
Sa tao lang sabihin ko sa'yo matagal din ang tila. Kung mapapanood mo yung mga videos niya, but then, hindi naman ako ang magkakaso sa kanya. Siya dapat sa akin. Pero sa totoo lang, he deserves that. Kasi actually, wala ko nga ako sinasabi. Hindi ko kaya
Especially when I'm doing this.
you still need to, kailangan mo parang i-admit yung pagkakamali mo.
Tama.
You still need to admit
Right.
your mistakes. Otherwise, alam mo yun, anong ginagawa natin dito, di ba? Ako, sinabi ko, probably, you know, out of the line na sinabi ko na linya na about sa pagiging hindi mo lalaking straight, di ba? Pero ikaw, ba't ko ba yung nasabi sa'yo?
Well, let's move on to the end of the video. That's a lot of
Makulit na
hours.
linya talaga, alam mo yun. Yung
Pero ano gusto ko sa sinabi niya, walang patumpik-tumpik. Don't worry, we will not close our doors. Don't worry, Buknoy. Let's see, kasi total, ano naman sa'yo, in fairness naman sa'yo, mukhang hindi mo naman siguro itutuloy yung demanda kay MG. Tutuloy mo pa ba? O kumonsulta ka sa lawyer mo, tutuloy mo pa ba?
Siguro hindi na po.
For sure ka?
Yes po.
O kasi nga,
So mukhang nakahinga. Nakahinga ng masyado si Makagago. Look at his reaction. It's like, well, I don't actually know his personality. Probably he's doing this for fun. But I think that's actually his personality, Makagago. He comes across as a self-righteous person. And I myself has that attitude, being self-righteous, especially if you're not doing anything wrong. But then I noticed his reaction when Buknoy said, hindi na po itutuloy yung kaso. So, well, that's gonna be the end of it. And the manager looks happy. He looks happy here, right?
sabi naman ni MG na,
So his name is MJ,
siya nga tama.
Mary Jane.
Then, sige, that's it. Ewan ko, medyo magulo pa rin sa akin. Pero, it's fine. Mag-usap na lang muna kami off-cam para at least napaliwanag yun sa sarili.
Alright, so that's what we have. I didn't watch the middle part of it, but we know the drill here. We've seen the gist of the video. Makagago did not yield to Buknoy's victim or playing the victim card, tactic. And we've seen in the video that he never had any remorse at all. He never admitted to doing anything wrong at all, and he blamed he blamed Makagago for the hate that he's getting over the past days. Hindi daw siya nakatulog, etc. And what I like about this MJ or MG guy, Makagago, is he did not yield to Buknoy's strategy, whether that's strategy or not. And he even insulted the small guy or the kiddo in his face. And that's gonna be the end of it. So far, I hope this is going to resolve the issue. But what I'm so disappointed about is that there are a lot of so-called influencers who are trying to say, oh, you should have DM'd him, you should have PM'd him without insulting him on social media. Come on, fuck off. Alright? F you, okay? F you. Go away, go to hell. That's not the right way to do it, especially if you're dealing with someone who has exhibited narcissism traits, okay? Alright, that's just my opinion, and I'm gonna close this video. If you like this video, just like, share, and subscribe. And this is again a Censored Asian vlog, and have a good one to all of you.